Okay, greetings, this is Bloodrill and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, where I just sent Bithorn to the rope, which may have been the wrong thing to do. A lot of people agreed with me, but that doesn't really say much. So, next case. We'll see in the end how correct or wrong we were.
The game's afoot. Not a word. Into your clothes and come. I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade, a letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
It's night and she's still there. Alright.
I agree
Okay.
with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is...
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I was talking to Abby. You rude person. First let me see what do we have here. A colossal scandal in high society. The well-known and remarkable archaeologist, the pride of our nation, Sir Rodney Bentley, has been found murdered. The crime took place at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane, the location of the archaeologist's most recent research. What is most truly shocking is that the murder of Sir Rodney was at the hands of his former friend and partner, Percival Blinkhorn. That death sentence is the only possible punishment for this breed of villain. I fucked that up so bad. No, I don't want to see, stop it. Right. Alright, 221B, Baker Street, London, Sherlock Holmes.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter. A wax seal with the monogram E.B. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Abbey Grange, Marsham, Kent, 3:30 a.m. My dear Mr. Holmes, I shall be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be the most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will say that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace. I don't know actually how do you pronounce that. There, your faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. That's wrong. Someone will say his name.
So, what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always. It appears to be a case of murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
It is
I
useless.
should say so.
Okay.
Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that.
Hell?
The local police had to be called in.
Those with
Scotland Yard was
hair.
notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
I think Watson would prefer to be sleeping. Will this book never end? I should try reading something different. Or maybe this different. Who knows? I didn't actually notice. Wow, okay.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the
Morning room.
body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Yeah.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
That guy looks evil.
Lord George Brackenstall.
No, I don't want you. What?
Lord
That's-
Brigham Brackenstall.
None of them are the dead
Lord
guy.
Ramsay Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
Yeah.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room. Lady Brackenstall
Oh my
awaits you in the
God,
morning
fine.
room.
Don't explore. Go where they
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
First, let's check here. Looks pretty beat up. Pale 6. Australian origin. Elegant dress with his rich, of course. Old bruises. So, that guy was pretty crappy.
Can you
Apparently.
describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes,
Yes.
madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Well, there is motive.
Your ladyship?
How about we talk to Teresa?
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Looks hard. That was a ticking clock. It always annoys me. Let's try that again. Handkerchief. Communicator station. Okay. Working hands and some blood. Cough stain. Okay.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
She probably did it. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. So they just read it here and said, hey, we did it. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, or infamous, the Randalls as they are known, made their reappearance by way of brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydenham. The police are already on their trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all 3 men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We will take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band and to provide a full description as it is available at the moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of 3, a father and 2 sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already grey-haired. Great, she got the description from here as well. Well, of average height and build, being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered with a small disproportionate head. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is of a somewhat weaker constitution and is skinny as a rake. The gang is noted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the exceptional brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Alrighty. Lady Brackenstall, not quite 25, is from a wealthy Australian family. She has been married for a little more than a year. She has in all probability suffered physical violence over the course of the last fortnight. The lady lives a solitary lifestyle, seldom venturing outside. Teresa is very attached to her mistress and has known her for a considerable time. She is the only resident servant in the Abbey Grange, cooking for, serving and nursing Lady Brackenstall. Okay? She will not hesitate to protect her.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Yep. Thank you. We'll see. Wrong button. T. It's here.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Is it open? Yes, it does.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Alrighty, I guess we need the key. First, let's see. So she came with
This
here.
photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
That one. No, it doesn't have anything specific. Okay. Ah, rotate. Okay. The blur tower. That actually I didn't go to the port, although I lived beside it, and I'm sure it wouldn't look like that anyway.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this...
My bad, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Misclicked. Sorry about that. Alright, let's talk to Sharon.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your
Get a...
ladyship.
My mistress is very tired. Can't you allow
Yeah,
her to
yeah,
her room?
yeah. That dog. Get someone to open it. It's a very nice room. Where's Lestrade? I guess...
The body
there
is
he
still in the dining room where the murder took place.
Yes, yes, fine. Times again. Whoa.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Wow. This electrophysis.
So, Watson,
Creepy.
what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed.
How many glasses?
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
I don't know what the beeswing is.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
Indeed.
Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
What do you want?
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. A fur trader's cabin.
Alright, let's set the body.
That must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon.
Indeed.
Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Alright.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Can I look at anything else? Here. Probably not, that's why it let me out. Alrighty. Anything else? Here, nope. No, I don't see anything else. There we go.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Alright, got a deduction. Wow, that's a lot of alrighty. Probably not. So it's 1 of 2. Okay. And if you put no, okay. Criminals identified. Actually, no. That's a lot of clues. 3 people. That could make sense, I don't know. Actually. Why? I don't know how wine works. Why are these No, we'll see. What else? Criminals identified. No, I don't think that give us anything more. Right. Right.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent
Bobby!
hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Yes. Awesome.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
So the rope was cut from that and tied here. Go find Toby. Well, I'm not finished.
The hunting scene.
Actually, let me finish this episode here and I'll continue the next one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.